Hello, Ms. Robinson.
Hello.
Explain to us about barter complements with unity currency.
I'm happy to. I really feel that I need to talk about how unity currency is a complement to traditional barter exchange houses. And for Ruffin Trading Company has been members of barter exchanges and is currently is an existing and active member of barter exchanges locally. We need those barter relationships, and they're an integral part of this business. It may appear that unity currency is a similar thing to barter, but in fact it's a very different and complementary network, and I want to explain in person as best I can how unity currency complements barter. And it was built to complement barter. The idea is this. Number one, the purpose of unity currency may be a little different than the purpose of a barter currency or barter exchange. Unity currency follows a model of a world movement of community currency in that it's backed by local businesses, and the point of the community currency is to create dollars in an economy. Though barter exchange houses do that as well, a reality in barter exchange is, since it's full trade, and its organization has some limitations in that, and in the industry, it's a conventional wisdom that retail barter really shouldn't take up more than 10% of your business set, though in some businesses more. Unity currency exists as a social model, like the other community currencies around the world. Our objective is to create liquidity in a community, whether it's a world community or a regional community, by when there are less dollars, we create a way to have more dollars and more exchange with the existing businesses in a community. To do that, we need to operate differently. Number one, we need very low barrier to entry, meaning we can't charge entry fees, we can't charge cash monthly fees. We need to make it to where if someone wants to get in, name, address, phone number, email, they're in. And they can do it on the internet or they can do it in person, but this part is so important because this is, again, a social project. I would say in this social project, Ruffin Trading Company as an organization is not really any more important than another member in a barter exchange that would decide to connect with unity currency. We're just a player. If you'd imagine unity currency more like a Visa, we want unity currency to be connected in the communities and function in a way where barter companies can benefit and will benefit just as much as a lawyer would benefit or a restaurant would benefit or another business. What Ruffin Trading Company's involvement is simply to push it, to make it happen, and we do have expertise in-house to make the systems functional. We're working on a software that was built by 2 teams of 7 programmers who since early in 2000 worked on this open platform to build a community currency software product. We have the expertise in-house to make that work. Related to fees, since it's a community project, we can't charge the kind of fees that a barter exchange would because we're not providing the services that a barter exchange would. We just need to actually charge $1 per transaction, and that's billable to the buyer. So if I'm a restaurant and someone comes in and wants to buy food, I'm going to add $1 to the transaction for that purpose, and that's just how it has to work, and that's all there is in terms of cash. One other big issue and one big difference is we need a low barrier to exit. Why? Well, because it needs to be a fluid environment. Again, it's a social project, it's a community project, and sometimes a business can only accept they might get flooded with too much community currency and need a break. So we're going to make it in a way where you can get out as easy as you can get in, or come back in when you want to. One other very different feature is we need to have published who our members are. So members of Unity Currency will be published on our website, and this is absolutely no secret who is playing. What we do keep private is if we decide to, in an integration with a barter company, if we need to pay or assist one of our Unity Currency members with trade from a barter exchange company, we would find a restaurant, or we would find a hotel, or we would find a member in an exchange network we're involved with to help that customer, but we would never publish a barter exchange list of members. That's just not something we would do. That's not fair, and there's a reason they're held privately. Unity Currency is its own social network where businesses post and they say, we'll take community currency. But one other thing that is very different about Unity Currency as it compares to the worldwide movement of community currency, one very big difference is a practical difference. Since Rough and Trading Company is a business that deals in hard goods, we understand that if we don't integrate some cash into a transaction, the transaction will be limited. So when this community currency is going to be spent in half cash, half currency, that means, again, if I own a restaurant and the bill is $50, the customer has to give me $25 in cash plus $1 for the transaction. I think that this model is functional. I don't know of another way that community currency can be deep and wide and broad without this half cash, half trade. There's still issues in the model that we need to consider. One would be where a business doesn't have 50% margins, and they're a food-oriented business or a high-volume wholesale account. Yes, there'll be exceptions, and we'll have wholesale categories, but that's a little later. Right now, we're just trying to get the currency off its feet, and we really encourage you to join. This is a different project than Barter. I know this in a first-hand way because Rough and Trading Company needs our barter associations, our barter exchange associations. That's integral to our business. It may not be 75% of our business. It may be 10, 15% of our business. But in full trade, we all know as businesses we need full trade in some areas. We would encourage you to join Unity Currency because it's a community project, and your membership will allow for the community to grow liquidity. And in the end, in another video, we'll explain how the barter exchange houses can send credits back and forth with Unity Currency, and we can grow this together. But again, this branding of the unitycurrency.org is about the community. I see it as a way for, unlike a UC, universal currency, Unity Currency is a little different. I think its model can include individuals easier. It can grow into other levels of society without too much trouble, and I'm hoping that it makes a big difference for the barter industry. If you have ideas, please call us. If you feel that this interferes in your business model, please let us know, because that is not the purpose at all. We need to work with barter exchange houses. If you feel that there becomes an issue, please call us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Robinson.